ask them to, but I'm just watching guys like you, and you're very talented people. The question is, will they vote? Because a lot of them are very angry at Republicans, to be honest with you. They're
Why is
angry
that?
I don't know. I mean, they're angry at Republicans, but they're not angry at me.
Interesting thing. Why?
They're not angry at me, but they are angry at Republicans.
Not angry at him. I know Michael still is seething, but I'm going to start with Jake. And I promise you, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to get to you. When you were sitting down with the president, I think it was like a 33-minute interview, Jake, with that and the other aspects of the conversation, what did you take from it? Where does he feel about his power, where he stands? Does he feel like he's a leader of the Republican Party, or that he's something else?
Let me tell you, my one regret from that interview, which I was actually very happy with otherwise, was not pushing back there, because the president's approval ratings are not good. And my central takeaway from that was that he believes that voters are angry at Republicans. I mean, he also said they're not angry at him, which I think is not the truth, obviously. I think they are angry at him, and I think polls continue to bear that out. But he is acknowledging that Republicans are bearing the brunt of the anger from the voting public ahead of a midterm. And I will say this, and everyone here knows this. Everyone here has either covered it or Michael Steele has been a part of these campaigns. The midterm for a president in power, when his party controls the House, is historically bad, except for 1998 and 2002. And Trump almost doesn't accept that. He says, well, I've done a good job. Why should I be, why would it happen to me? And that's his view. And I think that, like, the winds are howling in his face. And in order to beat what is otherwise a historical trend, Eugene, is just, something extraordinary would have to happen. And Republicans are effectively banking on having passed one tax cut bill. Plus now they have the war, which is tremendously unpopular. Right. So that was my takeaway effectively.
Yeah. Mr. Steele, go.
Oh, there's so much to unpack there. I'm going to go back to Jake, he's just an incredible man on the Hill. Just amazing. The insights he's able to glean from the cast of characters that make up members of my party, who are obsequious, know-nothing tickleheads, who will bend and bow, and without even a hint that they won't break. So I'm still trying to figure out what pressure Senator Cassidy was under. Trump got your behind fired. You're not going back to the Senate come January. What pressure are you under? Oh, you want to, you don't want people looking askance at you at the country club? You want people to be nice to you in the grocery store? What pressure were you under? The fact that, yes, Todd Blanche it's a win-win for Trump. He'd get his acting if you voted him down, or you put him in as the permanent. Either way, he's still in where Donald Trump wants him to be come these elections. So this idea that you suddenly could not act on principle because you won pressure is muted by the fact that it was a win-win for Donald Trump anyway. So do the right thing. Make a principled stand. Say that what we all know to be true, that you don't trust Blanche not to honor what Donald Trump's want on both the IRS immunity as well as the slush fund, both of which will be back this time next year. And there's no one there to stop him, right? That's that piece. Donald Trump blaming Republicans, you're the titular head of the party. And the polls show that you are the blame. There are going to be Republicans who are going to win their seat back this November, but there'll be a hell of a lot more who won't because of you and what you've done. And so, again, Republicans, this is your life. You go out, you make all these sacrifices, you lie, contort your values and your principles. For what? You're going to get blamed for it all anyway. So why don't you just stand on principle in the first place, take the guy who's not a Republican and remind him he's not a Republican.